anybody who used to live in the top part of this house?
I saw a glowing light up there in the hallway.
Come and sit back on that, thank you. Come and sit back on that chair, that's it.
There was a shadow.
I don't like it in here.
It's bloody dark in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Someone's walking around. Hey, Clive. It was the door. It was the door.
Yes, sir, yes. Living poison. Manufactured record. It's like a light is in my face, but I can't fall for you. I close my eyes and drift away. I've been tossed on you. Then you wake up dead one day.
The Richmond Place Club. Originally built in the 1850s, it was known as Richmond House. The house was purchased by a local grocery store owner at the beginning of the 1900s, and in May 1920 it was bought by a local committee and opened its doors as the Labour Club. In the 1970s, improvements were made to the property and extensions were added, and a new name was given, the Richmond Place Club. Open to the community for dancing, singing and entertainment, it is a place for all the locals to meet and socialise. But the employees and visitors have many stories to tell. Paranormal events have taken place here over many years. Glasses are found on the floor for no reason. The voices of staff that are no longer with us have heard to be talking. Footsteps and white figures are seen. Doors open and close on their own. To find out more information before our investigation, I meet up with Les Charles Walker. Okay, Les, this is the Richmond Place Club.
That's correct.
And you're the club manager here?
Club secretary.
Club secretary?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this building.
Right, this building, it was opened in May 1920, and it was the Labour Club. And in the 70s, it changed from the Labour Club to the Private Members Club, which it is as of today, named the Richmond Place Club. Before it was a club, it was a house called Richmond House. That was the original, and it had 2 beautiful lawns at the front. But the building is an old building and a new building, and we do have a lot of people say that when they enter the snooker room, especially like when we introduce new staff to the club to show them how to lock up, that there's a very funny feeling that when you enter the room your back goes cold.
with yourself being here for 25 years, when did you notice strange things start to happen?
Well, more when I was on the when obviously when I was on the committee. When I just come here as a social member, obviously you're only down in this part of the building socialising. But when you go on to the management side of it, then obviously you go to different parts of the building, and that's when you get to hear all the different stories from different people who worked here, where they've seen movement, they've heard knock-ins, they've heard footsteps, they've actually seen a white-headed person behind them.
Now, some of your staff
Yes.
here behind the bar, they do not like going down into the basement area.
No.
They say they have a strange feeling down there as if they're being watched.
Yes.
But you've got quite a few members of staff here that have got a lot of a big old story to tell.
Oh, yes.
I mean, one of your ladies there that says that she's seen the ghost of Brian, one of the.
Yes. Yeah, Brian used to work behind the bar. Yes.
He used to work here.
Yeah.
And she says that she can hear his voice.
Yes.
Well, and also today, Diana
Yeah.
took us upstairs.
Yes.
Where there is a hatch to the loft.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. And
the actual door, the actual hatch to the loft had been completely lifted up and moved along.
Yes.
And no one knows how that's happened.
No,
It's always been closed.
It's always shut. And I actually said to Di, because she was up there working last week, did you by any chance open the hatches? He said, no, I haven't touched them. I didn't know the hatch was there. I said, well, the hatch is on its side, and we just know who has actually moved that hatch. And there's been several occasions in the building, and I know that nobody else is in this building. And I've had it sounded like somebody walking along the corridor, and I've gone out and had a look, and there's no one there.
The staff here at the Richmond Place Club believe that there are many spirits at this location of past members, and have named one part of the bar area as the Departure Lounge, dedicated to all those that have now departed from the club. As the evening approaches, we prepare for our investigation and have our static night vision cameras in place. Static Cam 1 is on the second floor. Static Cam 2 is in the bar area Departure Lounge, where glasses are thrown, so we have set up several glasses with a K2 meter and a REM pod. Static Cam 3 is a full spectrum camera covering the main hall. And Static Cam 4 is in the snooker room on the first floor. Mark and Jackie make their way up to the second floor, whilst Clive and I go down to the ground floor and enter the main hall. Good evening to you all. My name's Jeff, and this is Clive. We have two more of our colleagues right up on the second floor. That's Jackie and Mark. We've been asked to come here today to speak to the spirits that still stay here. Les and Diana say that they've seen and heard strange things, and they believe it to be some of their customers that once came here and were members of the club. And also, some of the spirits may be from Richmond House, that was originally this place. We receive our first voice, which is picked up on my digital recorder saying, "Here I am." Here is the audio with enhancements. And also, some of the spirits may be from Richmond House. And also, some of the spirits may be from Richmond House.
As I said, my name's Mark, this is Jackie. Can you tell me your name? Anybody who lived in this side of the house, what date did you live here? That room that we've just been in there, was that always a kitchen, or what was it when you resided here? Was it maybe a bedroom or a dressing room or something like that? This place used to be called Richmond House, and it became the Richmond Club or the Labour Club in 1920. Do we have any of the old trustees up here with us who maybe loved the place so much when they were alive, they're still here now?
Shall we head through into the bar area? There's a part of it that they call the departure lounge, and that's because most of the people that used to drink in there are now crossed over.
Right.
Okay, let's go through. I'm just going to check the glasses that we put there earlier to see if any of them have moved. And I spaced them out all nice. So what we've got a light there that'll pick up any movement. We've got a REM pod and temperature gauge. We've got a K2 meter. And these 5 glasses are for 5 people. They all used to drink different drinks. So I believe that this one here, this is where Graham used to stand. And that would have been his glass with his drink in it. So we're just going to see if at some point during the investigation that any of these glasses have moved, or if any of these devices go off. There was a shadow. There was a shadow that moved along the stairs, going away from us. I saw it about here, and I saw it go along here, the white post, onto the white post and down here. Can you hear me? Hello?
I heard that as well. Where did that come from?
What was that?
I don't know. I heard it twice.
I know. Hey, Clive. It was the door. It was the door. Who's here? Who just opened this door? We just heard you. We review our static cam in the main hall area, and if you look to the right side, you will see one of the metal doors fully open and close. These doors are very heavy and they are sprung loaded, making it impossible for them to move on their own. With enhancements added to the footage, at a closer look at the door opening and closing, there is a white mist that appears on the outside of the door just before it opens. Is this a spirit trying to get our attention? Here are the 2 frames of film that will show the white mist as the door opens.
If there's anybody here that can hear my voice, could you please knock or bang something or touch Mark or myself? Is the gentleman here who actually built Richmond House? Maybe you've come back to have a look to see how it's getting on. Is your lady wife with you? Any of your children? Anybody who used to live in the top part of this house? Knock or bang something for me. It'd be nice to know that you're listening to us. Don't be shy.
Mark and Jackie conclude the investigation on the 2nd floor with no evidence captured. So we regroup and Jackie and Clive go to the snooker room and Mark joins myself on the ground floor in the skittle alley. Bloody dark in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't see a goddamn thing.
Something just touched your face?
I felt something on the side of my head.
There's nothing above you. No, yeah. No.
Something. What the is that? I am feeling as if I've walked through lots of spider webs, which is a sign that we are in the presence of spirit energy. And as we enter the skittle alley, we capture an EVP of a man's voice on my digital recorder, but we cannot decipher what he is saying.
Okay, hello. Is there anybody else in this room with Clive who's holding the camera and myself? Is there Graham here? Or Brian? I understand both of you used to work here.
My leg's gone cold.
Are you standing near... Oh, yeah. Are you standing near Clive? Come stand near me. Touch my hand. Come touch my hand. There isn't any drafts in this room. Can you hold my hand, please? Touch my arm. I don't mind. Come towards this little device on the table. Or if you can, create a shadow. Or we can see it on the wall. Or tap on something or move something for us. Move a curtain. Move a curtain.
Mark and I spend some time in the skittle alley. All seems quiet, and as we decide to leave, I walk through the same energy again that I felt earlier. I can feel static.
Yeah, all of it. There's something about this area.
Hold on a second. I'm just turning on the sensitive digital recorder. Now, when I was walking through that door, I felt something going down the side of my face and through my arms, and I've got it again now. A static feeling. If that's you, can you tell me your name, please? A spirit responds to my question. As I ask, can you tell me your name, please? A voice replies, can't tell you. Here is the audio taken from the sensitive digital recorder. Can you tell me your name, please? Can you tell me your name, please?
I've done some camera work downstairs tonight in the bar area and in the stage section, and already we've heard a door open and close and what I would believe was footsteps in the bar area. Only a couple of them. But this area up here is synonymous for activity. Let's see if you can better it than what I heard downstairs earlier. Let me know that you're here. Did you work here in the Richmond house as a servant? No, I'm quite sure. I saw a glowing light up there in the hallway and it disappeared. Now, I know there's no light sources out there. Is that you standing outside? Did you make something happen? Do that light again.
Hello? Does anyone know what the entertainment is tonight? Or maybe what time it's going to start? Where's that movement coming from?
Inside you.
That creaking?
I could hear that, I wasn't moving. Over there.
Loud noises and movement are heard coming from all around us. Then there is a deep man's voice, but we are unable to work out what is being said.
I could hear that, I wasn't moving. Over there. I could hear that, I wasn't moving. Over there.
Someone's walking around. Can hear them moving. Up above us.
Sorry.
Someone's walking above us.
I thought that.
You can hear the floorboards creaking. Someone's walking above us.
I thought that.
You can hear the floorboards creaking. Someone's walking above us.
I thought that.
You can hear the floorboards creaking. After what took place to Mark and I at the Skittle Alley, we send Clive and Jackie to the same location to see what would happen to them. We have not told them of any of our experiences in that area.
Now earlier, I was in the bar area and I heard with Jeff a door open and shut. I don't like it in here. My heart's racing. So I'm going to ask, what is that? Is there a spirit down here? Who wants to communicate? Perhaps you're the same one that made the doors move earlier. Two of my colleagues that came down here earlier said that we should do a session down here, an EVP session. And they want to know what the result is going to be, because obviously they experienced something. Maybe you did something when they were down here. I don't know. Are you in here? Well, I'm in the skittle room.
A woman's voice responds to Clive by saying, "Where?" Here is the audio taken from the digital recorder that Clive is holding.
I'm in the skittle room.
Where?
I'm in the skittle room.
Where?
We use the SLS cam, which will map out any figures we are unable to see with our own eyes, starting on the second floor and working our way room by room, covering the whole building.
Come and sit back on that, thank you. Come and sit back on that chair, that's it. What's your name? I'm Mark. Great. Now you're moving. You're going on to another chair. Go on.
Jackie and I go to the main hall where we would capture multiple figures on the SLS cam.
What's your name? I'm just going to walk in a little bit further. Please don't go. What's your name?
Our final piece of evidence is captured on our static cam in the snooker room. A glowing light moves up and into the ceiling. Then, shortly after, another is seen, which is then joined by yet another, and they move down into the floor.